Alright, so I heard you started a business.
I did. Well, kind of, because it only goes out to my friends or like people I know. So it's not really that big yet or anything, but yeah, I've made a lot of money off of it. So
Nice. What do you do exactly?
I do nails. I only do Gel X because it's the easiest and it's just better. So
Highly creative stuff?
yep. I really like doing designs and that type of stuff. I did my own for camp.
Lovely, lovely.
Yep. Just made $50 yesterday.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's why all the cars are in the driveway?
I mean, I guess.
Got them all lined up, ready to go?
Yep. I do.
Very good. You think your pricing is fair?
I do. I think it's really fair because typically the stuff that I do, they would charge like $70, $80. And I only do $35 to $45-ish, usually.
I've seen you do some really creative stuff, like crazy designs. What you just showed me there is kind of, standard and nice, but I've seen you do crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Matching the hands, doing the same thing on the other side, every finger different.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, awesome. So what do you think you're going to name your company once you start rolling?
I have no idea. Didn't get that far yet. Oh my gosh. My dream, Dad, I just need to tell you this real quick.
Tell me.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I woke up like in the sweats.
Is this another one of those crazy dreams we talked about before?
It was crazy, but like...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so for some reason, all I can remember, I remembered it really good when I woke up, but now I don't really remember it. So I remember it was just me, and then random people around me. And we were put on these tables, like the doctor tables, you know? And we were laying down, and I remember just like looking up at the ceiling the whole time. Then I looked over, and then the people next to me looked so like scared and like they were like crying and stuff. And I was like, what is happening? And then they looked at me and they looked at me and knew what I was asking, but then they just like turned around and like kept to themselves. I was like, okay, what the heck? And then I looked to the other person, and then I asked them the same thing, and then they just looked back. I was like, okay, like what's happening? And so then I like tried to get up out of my seat, and I realized I was like strapped to the thing, so I couldn't get out of my seat.
Oh boy.
And then this doctor person came over to me, and then they were like, do you need something? And then I was like, what's happening? Like, where are we? And then, oh my gosh. And then they were like, oh, don't you know? It's time for you to die. And I was like,
oh my
what
God.
the heck? And I was like, actually, it was so weird. And then I was like, no, it's not. And then so I like tried to get up out of my seat, and I was like, I swear I like felt me like ripping out of the thing, but I just couldn't. And then I was watching the other people, what they were doing to them, and it was just, no. It was just so scary and weird, and like, it felt like, what is that word? Like not real, like a robot. No. It felt like, what is the word? I don't know what the word is. But they like came up to me, gave me this little pill thing, and then I took it, and then it was supposed to make me like not feel anything, but I was still awake. And so I was, and then they like they cut a square right here.
Oh boy.
They and then I literally saw them peel that square off and set it on a plate. I was like, what the heck is happening?
Oh boy.
I don't know. And then they took out.
Have you been watching any crazy movies lately? Or
No, I don't know where this is coming from. They took out my heart and then they placed it on the plate.
Oh.
And then I was trying to speak, but like I couldn't move, so I was just like I knew what was happening, but I was just standing there or sitting there, laying there, whatever. And
You're like comatose, just watching them.
Yeah, just watching them do that.
Oh boy.
And then I was using my eyes to like look over to the people around me, and then it was happening to them too, except all the people around me's eyes were closed except for mine. Mine were the only eyes open, and I was like, okay, what is happening? Like, why are they doing this to me? And then I know something else happened after that. I just don't remember what. So who knows? But just really eerie weirdness dream.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have some pretty vivid memories of your dreams.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
Okay, bud. Good luck with your business.
Thanks.